Welcome to Fallout 76. This is Jim. In this video, we're going to take a look at completing daily challenges for today, Tuesday, May the 14th, 2024. Let's take a look at and see what we got for today. Alright, so we get some good ones here. I have many videos on my channel that will help you guys out. I give you different ideas, different locations, easy areas, hard areas that were there. If you're brand spanking new player to the game, you're a returning player, even if you're an experienced player, there's a particular daily or weekly challenge that's giving you a hard time or trouble, I'm sure you'll find a video on my channel that will help you. I try to keep my videos as updated as I possibly can. Of course, you guys are awesome with the great comments and tips, which are greatly appreciated. Alright, let's go ahead here and take a look at some stuff we can do right here in our camp. Let's look at this one here, mod a weapon 3. So we talk about this one here all the time. When we think about modding a weapon, we go around, we pick up weapons off of enemies that we kill, off of weapons that we just kind of find laying around. When we scrap them, we can learn a mod for them. But when you're changing mods for a weapon at your weapons workbench, sometimes they will cost you valuable resources that you may or may not have. Especially if you're a person who doesn't have Fallout First, you don't have access to unlimited junk in a scrap box, and you might not have all the resources to mod a weapon. So for these particular daily challenges, I like to kind of mention to have a weapon that you either use day to day, or have a weapon that you have in your stash box just for these daily weekly challenges that you know a paint for. Okay, now you can earn paints for weapons off of previous scoreboards. Okay, and I know the current Season 16 Season Pass, for example, there are paints that you can purchase for tickets. Now, in the past, we would have scoreboards, and as you progress through, especially if you're a returning player and you had participated in previous scoreboards, you'll probably have paints that you would have claimed off of previous scoreboards. But now we have a new Season 16 Season Pass system where we actually have to buy these paints using tickets. So just an FYI that there are still available, just we got to use tickets to buy them. Now there's a good way to know what weapons that you have paints for is you just go right to the atomic shop. Go right down here to the skin section. You go down here to the weapons section down here, and this will show you what weapons and what paints that you have. Right, it'll show up as owned. Now this one here, for example, this one here is for the Gauss minigun, and this is a paint that you can actually buy in the atomic shop if you so wish. But I highly recommend, just using what you have got for free in the past, either a weapon that you use day to day or a weapon that you just have in your stash box, because this particular daily weekly challenge pops up at least a couple times a month, and it's easy score. Okay, so just to give you guys some good examples there. Okay. So let's go ahead, let's go to our weapons workbench. Let's go ahead and go modify. Now I don't really have a paint for this guy, as you can see. There's there's just a default appearance only. So we're gonna back out. Okay, let's go to our little stash box here. Let's go down here to weapons. Let's go ahead, we're gonna grab a lever action rifle, which has a paint on it. Let's go back to our weapons workbench. Let's go ahead and go modify again. And again, there's nothing stopping you. If you don't have a paint and you really don't have time to, or the caps or the atoms to buy paint, okay, you can just simply if you know a mod for a weapon, you can just switch it out at your weapons workbench. There's definitely nothing stopping you from doing that. But when you have a weapon that you know a paint for, as you can see, this one here, I have a default appearance. Let's go default appearance. It's not going to cost us anything at all. Let's go ahead and go default. There we go. See, 1 for 3. Go back to the hunting rifle paint. Going to cost us 1 oil. Go back to default appearance. Not going to cost us anything. And just go back to the hunting. Going to cost us 1 oil, just because I like the look of it. So that is just one example of how easy that is. Either a weapon that you use day to day, or just have one in your stash box, because this particular daily weekly challenge pops up very often. And it's worth just to have it there, just to save yourself a great deal of time. All right. What's next here, Jim? And this one here, mod a piece of armor 5. So this is the exact same thing that I was just talking about, how to mod a weapon. Okay, so you can find armor all throughout the wasteland. You can craft armor, you can scrap it, and you'll learn mods as you go. okay? And there's definitely nothing wrong with that. You can also buy, depending on the armor set, you might have to buy them using gold bullion, or you can buy it off of other players' vendors, you know what I mean, such as that. But again, I usually recommend have a piece of armor. If you don't know a paint for the one that you use day to day, just have a simple piece of armor that you have in your stash box that you know a paint for, and it's just so much easier. And again, you can, in the past, we have gotten so many different types of paints for armor off of previous scoreboards for free just for playing the game. And the vast majority of people, even if you played like a couple years ago, but you participated in the scoreboard, chances are you will have a piece of armor that you know a paint for. And again, you do the same thing. You just go to the atomic shop here, go down here to skins. Same thing as the weapons section. It'll have the armor section as we go along here. So we have marine, you know, robot, wood, leather, metal, all kinds of different types of paint for all your different types of armor. Okay, and to be honest with you, all the paints that I own, I've gotten off of previous scoreboards from just playing the game. Okay, I've never actually went out to actually buy a paint from the atomic shop. So just an FYI, okay, how easy that can be. So check that out just to be sure, okay? So let's go ahead. We're going to go to our armor workbench here, and we're going to go modify. Now I have the Secret Service armor on, and of course I have several different types of paint for it. So we're going to use this left arm, for example. Let's go down here to paint. But again, if you don't have paints, if you're so new to the game, you don't have the caps or the gold bullion or the atoms, if you know a piece of armor that you have a mod for, switch it up. By all means, nothing's stopping you. But I usually recommend using the paint just because if we go no paint here, right, for the Secret Service, it's not going to cost us anything at all. See that? 1 for 5. Let's switch up paints here. Again, it's going to depend on how long you've been playing the game for, what you know for paints, but there we go. Mod a piece of armor 5 for 5 just by changing the paint. Just like that. Alright, let's back out. But if you don't have the paints again, there's nothing stopping you from, you know, modding it up if you know a certain mod for it, okay? Alright, what's next here, Jim? Now that we beat that to death. What's next here, old pal? Let's go ahead, complete a daily quest 1. So I would say about 3 months ago, I made a video. It's about an hour, 10 minutes long. It's all time-stamped. It's me on a private server completing daily quests. Okay, and we go through it. We were very successful. Again, it's all time-stamped. So if you're having an issue or if you're having some trouble finding daily quests on the map, you could check out that video just to give you guys some ideas and some tips of where you can find them and how to activate them. Alright, so I think we got one down here with Foundation, but let's go up here. We just want to do something real simple here. I think we have something at the Pumpkin House. I saw pop up there just the other day. Speak with Jack at the Pumpkin House. Let's go ahead. We're going to activate that bad boy. There we go. Let's fast travel to the Pumpkin House. Now, there are daily quests that you can get from Crater, from Roxy, the person that's leaning on the bus, and from Ward down in Foundation. And I know a lot of people kind of get upset sometimes because they'll go up here and the daily quest is not available. So there is a cooldown on those quests. There never used to be, but there is now. And I think it's been like that for a little bit now. But I think the last time I did this particular daily quest was like maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, as you know, in one of my videos here. But as you can see, as many times as I've popped up here, that quest has not yet popped up for me. All right, so there is a cooldown. I don't know exactly what it is, but just an FYI, it doesn't always pop up. And but a good thing to do is to fast travel to those areas like Crater or Foundation to see if they will. But this one here, the Pumpkin House, is pretty easy. As we can see, the top right-hand corner of the screen, it says Miscellaneous. Speak with Jack at the Pumpkin House. His first name's Jack, last name, oh, Lantern. Let's go ahead and talk to him.
Yes, I remember you.
Do ya? That's surprising. Yep, here to help again.
Fetch me some pumpkins to carve,
Fetch me, okay, yeah, right on.
You will be adequately compensated, I assure you.
Perfect. Okay, so this one here is very easy. There's no enemies around. Now there's going to be 10 patches around his house. Now you can see how that switched from Miscellaneous to Daily, Trick, or Treat. Okay, there is a perk card that'll help us out with this. It's under perception. It is called green thumb. We twice as much when harvesting flora. So basically, instead of 1 pumpkin, 2 pumpkins, 1 corn, 2 corn, etc., etc. This is a real must-have if you're a herbivore, but it's also good to have if you're a carnivore like myself. Even if you don't have it equipped, but just for these daily, weekly challenges, it's a huge time saver. Huge time saver. Alright, so let's go ahead here. We're going to go around and go to these little pumpkin patches to the lot. So I did this not that long ago, and you can see that, I think I did this last week actually. And you can see the pumpkins have not respawned in certain areas, but we have that card, so that card is going to help us. So we get 2, 4, and you can see the top right hand corner how it's also adding it up for us in case we lose count. Let's keep going here. Now, if you don't have that card, and this is the first time that you're here, there will be 10 patches here that you won't have an issue. You don't have to have that green thumb perk card, okay? So I just wanted to kind of mention that. Let's go down here. It's been a little while. Now, if you are having a hard time trying to find pumpkins, I did make a pumpkin location video about a month ago, and you can check that out if you so wish. So 8, so we just need 1 more patch here. I thought there was a little patch up here, but right here, yeah, perfect. But if we go across the street there, across the street will also be a bunch of patches over there as well. All right, so we got our 10 pumpkins. Let's go talk to Jack. He's going to pretend like he never met us before.
You there? Wait, I know you. Welcome back.
Yeah, here's your pumpkins, bud.
As usual, many
Collect caps, there we
thanks for
go.
your service.
Complete a daily quest 1 for 1. That's how easy it is. There's a couple I usually always show off in these particular daily weekly challenge videos. I like to kind of show off these real easy ones, okay? Because I know there's a lot of new people to the game. So just an FYI. And the cooldown for this one here is actually quite fast. And I would say like maybe tomorrow or the next day, this will pop up again for me. All right, so the cooldown is quite fast for this guy. All right, what's next here, Jim? And as you can see, we collected some caps there. Let's go ahead. Plant a crop in a workshop or camp 5. So again, we can claim any old workshop on the map. Or we can just go ahead and plant a crop at our camp. And that's what I usually recommend to people. Usually my go-to crops for planting in a camp is corn and razor grain. There's corn and razor grain. There's so many daily and weekly challenges that pop up. It's so useful to have those in your camp. In addition to that, we also get to do daily weekly challenges where we have to ferment or craft alcoholic beverages. And when you think of fermentable beer, the main ingredients is, of course, corn and razor grain. So those are usually my recommendations to people. You can do whatever you want, but corn and razor grain is usually the 2 crops to have in your camp. But what we're actually going to do in this video, we're actually going to claim a workshop and we're going to plant the crop in there. Okay? And there's a good spot of it right down here. Is at Billings Homestead. Now, we don't own that workshop yet. We have to claim it. So let's go ahead. We're going to fast travel to Silva Homestead. Just to do something a little bit different other than, just planting crops in our camp. But I still want to make a mention how I always kind of recommend it to people. All right, so Silva Homestead, great spot for corn, as we all know, up on the hill. And of course, as we talked about when we are harvesting flora, we talk about that perk card under perception called Green Thumb. We already went through that with the pumpkins. Okay? Just a huge time saver, more than anything. All right, let's go down here to Billings Homestead. We're going to claim this workshop here. There's usually about 4 ghouls here. If I can get them. Hi, guys. Hi, guys. Hi, guys. He's a little iffy if he wants to come down the stairs or not, isn't he? A little iffy. Just like, I don't know if I want to go down there and see that lunatic. Alright. Get rid of our four ghouls. I'm going to go over here and we're going to claim this workshop for 25 caps. Alright, so once we claim it, we're able to plant. So let's go ahead in the meantime. We're going to grab some razor grain here, just next door. And as you can see how we're getting 2 right instead of 1. That is the green thumb perk card kicking in. Put this gun away for a second. Alright, so now we have claimed this workshop. Now we can go ahead and build in it. Let's go ahead and go to our build menu. Let's go down here to the food section. Got our razor grain here. You are going to need fertilizer, but usually most people have fertilizer on them, probably more than you think you do. There we go. And a crop in a workshop or camp 5 for 5 again. I always recommend planting the stuff in your camp. But today I just thought I'd do something a little bit different. Excuse me for a sec. Losing my voice there. Holy mackerel. Holy mackerel, Jim. Alright, what's next here? What is next? Let's go ahead. We're going to do these two at the same time. Cripple Blood Eagle's leg 2, and then kill human enemy. So again, human enemy, Blood Eagles, cultists. But we're going to go after Blood Eagles because we have this one here. So when we look at the map here, when we think of Blood Eagles, we are thinking about an icon like this on the map, okay? Most places will have about half a dozen or so Blood Eagles, but there are a good amount of Blood Eagles up here at the crosshair. There's a good amount right down here at the kill box. There's a good amount down here at Roland's Labor Camp. And just on the other side of the map here at Crimson Prospect. Alright, so let's go ahead here. We're actually going to go right down here to Roland's Labor Camp. And we'll take care of a couple Blood Eagles down here. Alright, let's take a look at these dailies again. So let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and cripple Blood Eagle's leg too. So again, you can free aim for the Blood Eagle's leg if you so wish, if you're a really good free aimer. But I find myself, when you start shooting at certain enemies, they all of a sudden grow legs. And they can move a lot quicker than they usually do, and then they hide behind stuff. So I usually use VATS myself, but you can do whatever you like. If you do decide to... What is going on here? If you do decide to use VATS, there's a perk card that'll help you out with that. Under Perception, of course, it is called Concentrated Fire. This allows you to move your VATS around from head, torso, arms, and legs. In this case, we're going to go for the legs. Now, if you do it right, depending on the weapon, okay, ballistic ammo, 45, 44... 5.56, 308, etc., works very well. There's left leg, so we cripple that. Let's go for the right leg. There we go. So all we need is one Blood Eagle for 2 if you do it right. Okay. Bow and arrow works good. The drill works good as well. There is a subscriber that goes around and has great success with the drill, crippling enemies. The shotgun works extremely well with the Enforcer perk card. Plasma caster works well. So there, just to give you guys some good examples. I usually kind of go for the ballistic weapons myself. All right, so now we finish that up. We're going to go ahead. We're going to finish off kill human enemy. In this case, it's going to be the Blood Eagles. But if you're near some cultists, again, that'll work also.
I can still hear the screams.
We're going to go for the legs anyway. What was that, bud? Guy behind the power armor suit there. This is a great spot for power armor. If you're looking for power armor, this is a good spawn location. I'm not saying it's always going to be here. It depends on the server, of course. Let's see if we can get that Slayer up there. He hits a little bit harder than the rest of them. There we go, we got him. Got his little companion up there too. Alright. Where are the other guys at? Huh, weird. Yeah, usually there's a couple more. Usually we get 10 here, no problem. Typically. That's weird. Oh.
I really should.
There's someone hiding on us there. Get up here.
Getting goosebumps. Something's near.
I'll get that guy over there. If we can get it from here. Good stuff. Just one more will do. I don't know where. Oh, there's right there. How you doing? A nice life there, bud. Did we get it? Did we get him? Oh, we're only 8 for 10. Doesn't make any sense. Looks like we didn't get credit for those guys. That's odd. Unless I read that wrong. Huh. Weird. This game has been a little odd lately. Don't know what it is. Just a little odd. Okay. Usually we have no problem getting 10 here. We didn't get counted for those other 2. That's quite unfortunate. Let's go down here to the sludge works just close by and we'll finish this off. Hey, it is what it is, right? Maybe so we just need 2 more. Hopefully we get credit here. That's odd. Gotta watch out for the little traps here. Alright. There we go. Kill human enemy, 10 for 10, done. In the form of Blood Eagles this time. Good stuff. Good stuff. What's next here, Jim? Collect caps 250. So again, you'll come across many videos of mine where we collect caps, and right now we don't have a scoreboard. You'll come across a video of mine where I utilize the scoreboard, and we can do the same thing with the season 16 season pass, but the only problem here is instead of, you know, having 250 or 100 or 500 caps here and there, everything is all kind of together in like 5,000 caps. So if I were to accept this, we would get credit for it, okay? But I'm not going to do that right now because I'm almost at my limit. So the main thing you have to remember when you're collecting caps for daily, weekly challenges, you got to make sure you have the room. Okay, and what I mean by that is if you look here at the bottom right hand corner of the screen, you see how I have 37,572 caps. So our max is 40,000. If I was, let's say if I was 39,000 caps, right, 100 from being full, I would not be able to complete this daily challenge because I need to have 250 caps available in order for it to count. Okay, so you need to make room. That's probably the most important thing. Okay. So what we can do is we can go over here to Welsh, and the reason why I like Welsh is because it has a train station just next door. So it doesn't matter if we get overloaded, we pick up all the weapons, all the armor from all the mole miners down there, then we walk up to the train station and sell it all to the vendor, okay? And you can do the same exact thing right up here at Morgantown. We have Morgantown Station, we have Morgantown Airport with all those scorched. We have collision course events, so you can have no problem getting 250 caps from that, doing that event and walking through that airport. But seeing how we're down here, might as well just stick to the ash heap. Let's go to Wells Station. We're going to go ahead and take care of some mole miners. And we're going to grab their all the weapons that they have. And again, doesn't matter if we are, you know, over carrying weight. I wouldn't even bother wasting a carry weight booster, because we have a train station right here. All right, let's go ahead here. We're going to... Oh my god, do I only have 81 ammo left? I do. Wow. All right, let's head back to my camp, which is just down the road here. Grab some more ammo. Wow. This Tommy gun really loves the ammo. Loves it. Like a lot. Jeepers creepers, Jim. That's like the second time this week that's happened to me. That's right, I'm on a private server, so we'll just go back and pick that stuff up. Let's grab some ammo here. There we go, Jim. Alright, let's head back to Welch. There's old Jaggy, our old pal. Alright, let's continue on here. Way to drop the ball there, Jim. Way to drop the ball there, bud. Okay, we'll just pick up where we left off. Alright, let's keep going here. Uh-oh. Lock and load here. As you can see, he just loves it. Alright, so he didn't have a weapon on him, of course. Doesn't have a weapon on him. That is so odd. Alright, so we get a combat shotgun, so finally. This game, I tell you, when you're looking for stuff, you'll never find it. It's so odd how it works. So odd. Alright, we even pick up the gauntlets. The gauntlets are worth pretty good coin, so I'll pick those up as well. Combat shotgun. There's always a couple weapons that are just kind of laying around up here. Okay. Let's grab this guy in here before he shoots a missile at us here. I don't know where he went. Oh yeah, that's right. We have the Mothman Equinox going on. That's why we have those guys are a little glowy. So there might be a high priest around. There's usually a weapon over here just laying here. Grab that. And that's okay if we're overweight. That's okay. Because we're just going to be selling this stuff anyway. What is with the weapons here, guys? I don't get it. Let's go down here and get this guy. Usually there's a couple of weapons just kind of laying in here. Double barrel shotgun. Usually there's okay, there's a pitchfork there. Usually there's a weapon over here. Nice, nice. Nice to see that's still working. Nice to see. Another combat shotgun, another gauntlet. Nice. So the gauntlets usually fetch for about 20 caps or so, with the hard bargain perk card. Just an FYI. Okay, let's head upstairs here. We already had 80 caps from completing that event. And that's another way you can do it too. You can just go ahead and complete a bunch of events. And that's a good way to get caps as well. People can go to your camp and buy stuff off you. That will also be considered collecting caps. So just an FYI, there's just a couple more different options for you. Oh, boys. But there's the, there's our cultist high priest there, 2-star. It's gonna explode here soon. So again, these guys are only here when the Mothman Equinox event is here, so FYI. So we do have 1 week of the Mothman Equinox event that starts today that goes to next week. Just an FYI if you haven't known. Usually there's a weapon up here, but it might have fallen from the explosion. Check the floor here, see if it's around. Just a rat away, I guess. Okay. Go ahead and grab this stuff, whatever he has. Don't forget to grab your pack there. Automatic pipe rifle, nice, nice. Let's grab the stuff off of that wreckage. As always, as per always. Usually a weapon inside here. Nice. Alright, so we should have enough. Lock and load, Jim. We're not going to go bother up to those 2 houses up there because that's where a random encounter will happen. We're just going to stay up here. Shish kebab there. Another gauntlet. Nice. Usually there's a weapon over here. And there'll be one more mole miner here that we'll go after. We're not going to bother with going up there. Another gauntlet. Assault rifle. Okay, good stuff. So again, we don't have to waste our carry weight boosters and stuff. We can just walk up here to the train station and sell the stuff off. Right, so something that's going to help us out here when we're selling stuff for caps, it'll be a perk card. It is under charisma. It'll be called hard bargain perk card. Now, this one here is a 3-star. Buying and selling price and non-player vendors are now much better. We can add that guy on. Now, if you happen to have great mentats are under aid. That also will help you gain more money, more caps, I should say. Let's go ahead and go trade. Let's go to the weapons section. Let's go ahead and sell the stuff off. And as you can see, you know, somewhat what this stuff is worth. Combat shotguns is definitely where it's at for the most part. As you can see, the gauntlets, there we go. Collect caps 250 for 250. It didn't take us long. It did not take us long to get there, did it? Let's go ahead. We're going to, actually, I'm going to drop all this rest of this stuff here. Or you could choose to scrap it, whatever you want to do. All right. Drop those. I don't need those right now. All right, good stuff. Let's go to this. Did I drop something over there? Must have. Thought I did. There we go. Good stuff, just like that, guys. Just like that. I think we're done. We are. Look at that. Good stuff. So again, we have the Mothman Equinox event. I'm surprised we don't have a daily here to participate, but that's fine with me. We had 2 weeks of it there a couple weeks ago there, and some of us could be all Mothmaned out. Who knows? There you guys go. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and share when you get the chance. It really helps me out. I'd like to thank my channel members, Artistically Arranged, Boogaloo Bronson, Michael Edwards, Nigel Wiffen, Heather, Whitetribe, Starwin 138, Robco. Thank you all so very much, and I hope you all have a nice day.